What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters. Let's get right off into this, man. I give you the top 5 things that Gattas did wrong that had her losing this battle. That had her losing this battle in the jazz battle. Top 5 things she did wrong that made her lose this battle. Okay. Should I start with number 1 and work my way to 5, or do I start with number 5 and work my way down to the number 1? Okay, let's start with 5 and work our way down to number 1. She didn't do enough. That's number 5. She didn't do enough. Which actually, don't even worry about it. She didn't do enough. Jazz barely raps. Jazz may rap once every 2 years. She the Loaded Lux a battle rap. That's actually what makes her so powerful, that you don't get to see her as often as you do a lot of the other girls. And because you don't get to see her as often, it's like it's refreshing to see her because you don't see her as much. So it's like a gift in itself. You appreciate it more. You get what I'm saying? When it comes to her, because you rarely get to see her in battles. Though she be at a lot of events, it's a difference when you see her locked in, ready to go. So Gattas didn't do enough. See, when people like Jazz, Lux, Mook, or even Cassidy, when they return, they have a lot that they want to say because they don't battle that often. So when they do come, they're going to have a lot to say. And when I heard Gattas in that battle against Jazz, she didn't do enough. She didn't do enough. When you're going up against people like that, you have to overkill. You have to do more than enough when you're going up against the best. You have to do more than enough. You just can't give the people enough. You got to give them more than enough because they're coming to give you a full clip. Then when that's empty, they're going to give you a little more. So you have to match that energy, and she just didn't do that. Which also brings me to number 4. Seizing the moment. She should have went first. Jazz is more of a draw than Gattas. Jazz is considered battle rap's princess when it comes to the females. And Gattas should have seized the moment at the gate. A lot of it, I can't wait till I get to number 2 and 1. But Gattas should have seized the moment by going first so that she would have a chance. Because when you're going up against these mega stars and battle rap, like Jazz, no matter how you want to look at it, I think she underestimated her status of what she is to battle rap. She's loved by the owners. She's loved by the battle rappers. She's loved by the bloggers. And she's loved by the community. So her overall status of who she is and what she means to battle rap, you're going to be fighting an uphill battle. So you have to see the moment out the gate. You have to rap first. You can't afford to let her rap first and be good. That's going to cancel you out at the gate. And that's exactly what happened. You allowed her to rap first. She set the tone, and you were fighting against her ever since. Not only her, but the crowd. Because once they hear her and see she good and that she locked in, oh, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Now you're going to have to be fighting to win the people back over. But if you would have rapped first and allowed the people to hear how good you were, then coming at her, you could have at least seized the moment and got the people to appreciate what you were bringing to actually want to receive you for the next round. That didn't happen though. Jazz rapped first and immediately knocked you out the box. Soon Jazz was done rapping, they was already saying 1-0 and you hadn't even opened your mouth yet. You let Jazz seize the moment. Never let a Lux, Mook, or a Jazz go first when they don't rap that often. Never let them go first. Because if they anywhere near good and go first, you're done. Unless you just got so much fire that you could actually survive that and win the people over to give you a chance. And that ain't what happened. That is not what happened. That hurt her bad. That hurt her bad. Not seizing that moment and rapping first like that before the people could get to hear anything Jazz had to say. They would have heard her first and they would have appreciated her round more, seeing that they hadn't heard Jazz, don't know what they expect from Jazz. And if Gattas would have came out just firing away, they would have received and embraced her more. So she messed up doing that. The third thing she messed up doing, I'm gonna keep it 100. The lesbianism hurt her in this battle. I know y'all gonna try to say it didn't, but it actually did if you pay attention. Battle rap is dominated by men. By men. This event was thrown on the West Coast, not the East Coast. She would have had a more fighting chance on the East Coast when it's more about hip hop than it is personality and, you know, things like that. You know, that's different when you move out of the East Coast. When you're coming out of the East Coast, down to the South, to the Midwest, to the West Coast, it ain't about hip hop then. We appreciate hip hop, but we look at different things. See, on the East Coast is where hip hop started, which means it don't matter to y'all as long as it's hip hop. Once you get out of the East Coast, we look at rap, but we looking at other things. Like, man, is she cute? Is she thick? Is she nice? You know what I'm saying? Y'all on the East, y'all don't care. Like, oh, she got bars. She could flow. She could rap. When you come out of that, we looking at different things. Like, ooh, she nice. She got a nice figure. Or I like what she got on. That's entirely different. Yeah, we know she could rap, but, man, I think that hurt Gattas. First round, Jazz come out, and what do Jazz say to her? Jazz say, you bump coochies. I bump coochie. I'm giving you the clean word. She used the pussycat word. You bump pussycats. I bump pussycats and bumped her with the Ace I Mean bump. She, you know what I'm saying? She said that and the crowd went wild. It went wild because it knew that Gattas was a lesbian. Then you look at Jazz come out, and Jazz looking sexy, appealing. She got on a half top. She got on leather booty shorts. She looking good, her hair done, and she looking ladylike. And she's known to the community as not being a lesbian, but a girl who actually get down with guys. That she be, you know, she like having sex with guys. So she painting the picture of the possibility to the men's imaginations who she rapping to. She on the West Coast. Most of the people in there is street gangbangers, and they all men. So you got a lesbian girl standing up here looking like Kid Chaos and actually was looking like Truth Watson. That's probably why Jazz was even... She looked like Truth Watson before he cut his dreads off. Jazz X. So she's standing up there looking like looking like a thug in boots and snapbacks on and Michael Jordan cologne and a gold tee. And here Jazz is Here Jazz is looking sexy and appealing and provocative and seductive and erotic, dressed for the occasion, knowing she rapping in front of all these dudes, knowing what they think and feel about her. Man, that killed Gattas. That killed Gattas. Like, you ain't on the East Coast. She would have survived it on the East Coast, but no, you ain't on the East Coast. You on the West Coast. Yeah, these guys listen to rap, but they want something extra with it. Something extra with it. You sitting up there, and you sitting up there in a jogging suit. She's sitting up there in a jogging suit, wearing Old Spice. That hurt her in that battle. Because guys automatically know out the gate, they ain't getting no play with you. They ain't getting no play with you. And you actually even mentioning a little bit of that in your rounds. Jazz letting it be known. Yeah, I get down. I ride you. I ride faces. I do that. You know what I'm saying? You can hit it from the back. Of course. Girl, she lost that. That hurt her bad. I'm telling you, when Jazz addressed her on that lesbianism stuff and said, yeah, I don't get down like that, the whole crowd went crazy. So that killed her in the battle. Yeah, because you're taking away the imagination of the possibility. You at least got to leave the people with the possibility. That's why they be saying to most entertainers and actors, you know what I'm saying, even though you married, don't say you married. That'll hurt your fan base, because even though people know they can't have you, you have to at least leave them with the imagination of the possibility. So you got Jazz leaving the guys with the imagination of the possibility that they can get down. You can at least fantasize it. But here go Gattas like, no, I'm taking away your imagination and the possibility. When you see me, I want you to think nuts and balls. That hurt her in that battle. That hurt her. I'm keeping it 100. That's why they wasn't even trying to get her. All that, it came down to that. No, we're going to cheer for this lady. We're going to cheer for the woman. We're going to cheer for Miss Sexy over here. So that hurt her too. Okay. Another thing that hurt her. These my favorite too. I'm going to put both these together. Number one and number two. She was inexperienced. Even though she's been rapping for a long time, she was very inexperienced. Number two, she was inexperienced. And number one, she didn't know her environment. She didn't know her environment, and she was very inexperienced. Let's get off into it. Yes, God has been rapping for a minute, but she was very inexperienced to the knowledge of the game. What I mean by that, not really paying attention again to what Jazz meant. It's crazy when I was giving y'all 5, 4, 3. All that have to do with experience. All that have to do with knowing your environment. She didn't know her environment she was in. You on the West Coast. You rapping to nothing but 98% men. You know you got to give more than that, because now battle rap has become a show. This is a show. Lights, camera, action. It's a show. Fashion and the sex appeal mean a lot in it. Why you think a lot of these women now, pay attention to what these females are doing now, female battle rap. They ain't being niggerish no more. They wearing makeup now. They wearing sexy, provocative clothes, even though some of these girls may be lesbians. Like 40 Bars is known for being a lesbian. But when she come to battles, she got on booty shorts. She got on body suits. That's what they doing. All them girls they know it's a show. They know their audience. They rapping to 98% guys. She was very inexperienced of the knowledge of the game in this battle. She didn't understand her environment. She wasn't even paying attention to what was going on while it was going on. It hurt her bad. Like, for instance, when Jazz rapped that first round, she's seeing how the crowd going crazy. when Jazz rapping that first round. So Jazz sees the moment and immediately won those people over. Keep in mind, Jazz ain't even on the East Coast. She on the West Coast doing this. So she sees the moment. The crowd going crazy off of everything she said. And Jazz had a lot of light bars. A lot of light bars. I think Gattas' pen was way better than Jazz. Gattas didn't do enough to beat Jazz, though, even with Jazz light bars. She was very inexperienced of even knowing the environment, 1 and 2. Let me tell you something. When Jazz had that first round and the people were going crazy at Jazz, Gattas rapped the second round, seeing that they not feeling her like that, even though her bars is nice, because Jazz just won them over. So it's sort of like when Jazz won the people over, it seemed like now it's like they engaged to each other. So I can't really show her no love because it seemed like I'm playing both sides. So you got to take that back. When Gattas rapping, she got to earn everything for here on out. She's seeing that they not really feeling her like that. So guess what she says in the first round, which is crazy. And it really just dug her grave even deeper and deeper and deeper. She said, "Who thought this beat was gonna 3-0 me?" And the whole crowd, for the most part, like, we did. Crazy. It just backfired on her. Guess what she does? Again, being inexperienced, not knowing her about. First, she shouldn't even said that. When she saw that the crowd was going crazy for Jazz, she shouldn't even said that. She should have left that out. She said again, after the crowd calmed down, and it's crazy because the crowd wouldn't let off the hook. She said again, "Calm down, y'all, calm down." Like I said, who thought this beat was going to 3-0 me? And they give it to her again. We did. I'm talking about from every direction. They have to calm the crowd down again. You know what this girl did? Yep. This girl said it again the third time. And what you think the people did? Yep. Yep. That's exactly what they did. We do. She said it 3 times. Very inexperienced. Terrible. It was disaster. Terrible. That was so terrible. Very inexperienced. Not knowing your environment. Terrible. That was terrible. That hurt her. That whole night. And it went bad. She really believed she was going to go in there, smoke her, and win. That was terrible. That was a great disappointment. I actually had her winning this battle. I have to keep it real. She didn't win, man. That hurt her bad, man. And that's the thing, man, that got me with her, man. She was very inexperienced to what battle rap is. She wasn't paying attention to her surroundings. She didn't know the environment, man. And she did not use it to help her at all. She did all those things wrong. You know what I'm saying? She should have rapped first and see the moment. She should, and that's another thing that she did that just hurted her. Like wanting crowd reaction. Every time she would rap, she trying to look for crowd reaction, trying to get the crowd to respond. Like, no, just rap. She didn't know her environment, man. Just rap. You got to take that from her. But every time she's saying something, then she look into the audience, hoping that she can get some crowd reaction or crowd participation. No, they not with you. They with her. After you refused to rap the first round and Jazz seized that moment, it was a wrap. And the way you rap, You won't crowd. If you would have rapped first, you would have got that crowd participation you was asking for. But you didn't, because you was inexperienced. And that hurt all your material. And it was a long night for her from that point on. With that being said, it's your boy Battle Truth. Make my judgment. That's a question is yours. Hit the link in the description box. Subscribe to Battle Truth.